Kneel before your master. Hello, everyone. I am here. Today is a very special day, very special occasion. as we are celebrating my day of birth as I continue to always and forever fight with these streams. I gotta switch this over. There we go. Alright, so I hope everybody's doing well today. I know I've been doing pretty well, pretty exceptional as it were. Pretty exceptional as it could be anyway. Today is a very interesting day, not just because of the fact that, it's my birthday and all that. Although I would argue, or want to argue, that that is already pretty exceptional in and of itself. There is another interesting thing about today, and that is I was preparing for the day, more or less anyway, and the lady of the house was watching a video on her phone, watching some YouTube as it were, and I recognized a certain voice that was playing over her video. And then I recognized a second voice. And it reminded me of a certain particular someone's, because of, mainly because of the fact that they were the prime content of the video in question. So I thought to myself, how interesting would it be to go and look into these particular folk? So I did. And it brought back some old memories. The memories that I have of these two particular people are quite fascinating in and of themselves. One of them I actually have somewhat, and I do use that very loosely, somewhat have a past with. And it's not a bad thing or anything like that. It's not a terrible past or whatever. It is a past nonetheless. And the past that I have with these particular people, especially one of them, is the early days of my YouTube career, as it were. I, of course, don't consider this career to be like anything like too fascinating or whatever might be the case. I enjoy doing it, of course. I like having an audience to talk to whenever I do, and I like the interaction and making the content. That's always fun and dandy. Fun and dandy? Fun and dandy. Yeah, we'll do that. It's always fun and dandy to have. Oh no, I accidentally created the wrong thing. Whoops. Sorry, doing on the fly stuff as usual. On the fly stuff as usual. Gotta love the on the fly fixing things. Always fun, always fun. So, These two particular people I'm going to bring up and talk about in just a moment. But as of right now, I wanted to very quickly, and I do mean very, very quickly, go over what has happened today in the, whatever you would call it, the YouTube sphere, the drama sphere. Technically, it also takes place over Twitter as well, because these two particular things are quite literally hand in hand. There is, unfortunately, just no way around it. Oh, there that finally is. Thank you. Now we get to fiddle around with it until we get it positioned just right and all that. Too small. Still too small. Now too big. This is fun. This is the greatest content in the entire world. And I think anybody and everybody will agree with that. It's just spectacular. Of course, after I fix it the first time, we won't need to do it a second time, so doing it and getting it out of the way is always the hardest part. But while I do this, so what's went on in the drama sphere as of today is Deep Sea Fillion, the darkest side of Bernellian, had a wonderful chat with Mr. Drama Alert, Keemstar himself. And of course, if you aren't familiar with who that is, that means that you probably haven't been around YouTube that long, and you've definitely not been around Twitter, also known as X, that long, because he is a prominent quote-unquote influence on both of those places, to the point that good old Keemy Creamstar, as we'll call him, has quite a bit of, at least in his own words, quite a bit of an influence on what goes on YouTube, around YouTube. He also has a bit of an influence about what goes on Twitter, although I think with the change that it has over to X, that might not be as much of the case anymore. But regardless, he has had an influence. That is so strange. I shrink it with the width, or shrink it with the height, and the width gets bigger. That is very strange. There we go. Perfect. Yay, finally. Alright. So, on top of all this, Deep Sea Fillion and Creamy Keemstar had a collaboration today, an interview, as it were, with DSP being the interviewer and Keemstar being the interviewee. Of course, it didn't really work out that way. It was more or less just a talk back and forth between the two. They've had essentially what was a long stroke session of each other. And quite frankly, with what I had watched, I don't even want to bother to cover it, as far as to say that nothing really happened that is worth any interest worth admitting, noting. It was just kind of bleh. That's all that really happened. However, this brings me to the next point, which was the two people that I had heard over the lady of the house's phone, or her tablet, rather. And what this was, can I mute this and have this play for a second? Just so I can switch the video over, because it doesn't want to switch. You know what? Okay. I know what I'm going to do. So, as I said before, the two people in question that I'm about to speak of, I actually have a past with. I have, or at least a past with one of them. And the past that I have is not like a bad one. It's not necessarily a good one either. It's just there. It's just a history. And I had kept an eye on these two particular individuals for quite a while. Honestly, probably about as long as I had kept an eye on Deep Sea Filbert. And one of these particular individuals that I'm about to talk about is a gross person. Let's just say that. They're a very gross individual. And I know that may seem harsh to say, although it is true. So the fact that it is true doesn't really change much else about them, because, you know, what's true is true, and that's that. But one of these people is sort of a gross person, and the other one, I don't really have much of a say one way or the other, other than to say that I actually have had a past with them. A very minor and small past, but it's there nonetheless. So, let's go down the rabbit hole a little bit. Before I started doing this channel, I had another channel, or rather, this channel is more or less been revamped from the previous iteration that I had. The very first time that I ever started making videos on this channel, I was doing I don't even know if they exist anymore. They might not. But I used to be in the whole Google Hangout community. And within this community, there existed a group of people who liked to refer to themselves as the Great Debaters. It was essentially a group of people on one side and the other, some who were religious and others who were either anti-religious or non-religious. I fell into the non-religious crowd, and still kind of do up to this day, but my reasonings for that have changed. Despite that, I used to watch these people talk amongst each other, and eventually I just kind of felt like doing it myself. And during those times, I had entered into the Google Hangout sphere, and I started talking with these people whenever I could. Sometimes I would get into the actual hangouts that they had. Other times I would just make my own, and sometimes, somehow, some way, those people would enter into my hangouts, and we would have these large discussions. I think the largest one that I ever had was I had the maximum amount of people that Google Hangouts allowed, and we were all chit-chatting and talking, and talking about the whole great debate thing. Evidence for God, evidence against it, evidence for evolution, so on and so on. I was very heavy into that back in whenever I was around my late teens, like 18, 19, or early part of being 20. But I eventually kind of fell out of that, and I didn't really care too much for it anymore. But during that particular time, I had met a certain person and had heard of another particular individual through this whole community, which will lead me to getting rid of the video cover here and showing who I'm talking about. These two. Now, the two people that you see on your screen, very quickly. This over here is a man who used to go by the name of Revelation News. I do believe he goes by the new Revelation News now. And this person over here is known as, it used to be known as Shanny for Christ. I don't know if she still goes by that handle on YouTube anymore. However, she just goes by Shanny now. And this person, Rev, just goes by Jason now. Although sometimes they do go back and forth with saying Rev or Jason. Whole point being is that during my early Great Debate community days, I also went by the Rev. It's something that still exists on my Twitter to this day. I'm still known as the RevCon. But I used to just be known as the Rev. And at the time, whenever I originally grabbed that nickname, that pseudonym for myself, I didn't know that there was another person who just went by the Rev. And then one day, we actually met. I entered into a Google Hangout that was also talking about religious topics, and the Rev, this guy here, was actually in the call as well, or in the Hangout as well. And we had a very civil little polite discussion. It wasn't anything too significant or insignificant, really. We didn't really talk about much other than the topic at hand, which was, I think, had something to do with coexistence between religion and science. Basically, can science and religion coexist with each other? And by the time that we got to the end of that discussion, all of us kind of honestly went our own ways, although I would like to hope, or would like to think, that we kind of reached the point of that we would agree that they can coexist with each other. Aside from that, Mia and Jason didn't speak after that. However, I did kind of keep up with what they were doing a little bit. Watched them for a little while, and then as my interest in the Great Debate community essentially waned and disappeared, I no longer really followed what they were doing. That is up until just recently, when I decided to go into a little bit of a deep dive. Not only while I was enjoying my birthday, but a little bit before that as well. But for the most part, the main delving happened today. And I started delving into the fairly recent history of what's going on between Shanny and Jason here. And for the most part, as you all can see, they're essentially almost two people who, although are trying to come off the same, they are kind of polar opposites in a lot of ways. One of the things that's been going on in their little sphere, yeah, she still does go for Shannon for Christ. I see the S4C there, so there you go. Anyways, recently, what's been going on here is these two, other than apparently having like a major relationship-ending fight every 2 or 3 days or whatever it is now, the interval always changes. But here recently, they have been having little fights. Shani and Rev, or Jason, have started becoming mukbangers. And for those of you who, once again, might be completely innocent of the internet, a mukbanger is someone who essentially gets paid by the internet to indulge in copious amounts of foods for the viewer's pleasure. And that can be crowdfunded. It could be just one person doing it, whatever the case is. Sometimes, and this, I think it probably only happens whenever the person has a significant pull. Excuse me. Significant pull to be able to do it themselves. They go out and get their own fast food and with their own money, and just sit in front of a camera and eat. And that's basically the whole deal. They also have a little thing, apparently, where they also do what is considered ASMR gaming, which I honestly don't know what the hell that means. I'm assuming, and this is and it might even be a hard stretch, but I'm assuming that just means that they play a game and they talk very softly in your ear, and they might do little tip-taps and breathing and whatnot. You know, just the normal ASMR thing, which I don't really care for. Not to say that I don't watch ASMR videos. The only ASMR videos that or quote-unquote ASMR videos that I watch these days is watching a guy cook a steak in the forest using only forest tools. It's kind of fun. But anyways, like survivalist ASMR, I guess. Yeah, they apparently do that, and their main thing, and they have said themselves in recent videos that their main thing now is that they mukbang. They eat a bunch of food, and they get paid for it. Now, there's been some talk in the sphere of their community that Jason over here is basically not eating much, that he's being starved. And you can't see it right now because he's got, a leather jacket on and the makeup and everything. Doesn't really look like he's doing too bad, right? Well, here in just a couple of seconds, whenever we do start this video, you're going to see how that totally changes. Because, oh, there's the lady of the house behind me. But you're going to see how that kind of changes. And there's quite a bit of... Yes. There's quite a... Yeah, there's quite a bit of people who do feel bad for him because he doesn't look too like he's faring too well. Now, I don't know. I'm only going off what my eyes can see and what my eyes can tell. But I have a few, shall we say, assumptions about this whole situation. And you're going to find out exactly what I mean whenever we get into this. So, without further ado and me teasing this, let's go ahead and get started.
We love you.
What are we doing for the birthday? We're entertaining you. That's what we're doing.
Hey, I'm entertaining you all for my birthday,
also,
too. So, there we go.
We got a mukbang for you.
We do.
We have a quality mukbang for you.
A quality mukbang. Oh, I'm excited.
I can't wait to eat.
Yes.
I can't wait to eat.
So, we
Okay.
got Thai food.
Oh,
And also a nice...
So it might not be,
Thai.
just as a warning, it might not be in this video. I might have to delve in and find the other one. But Does Jason take off his jacket in this video, or does he stay in it?
I think he takes it off because he said he's getting ready to eat. So yeah, he gets his food, he sniffs it, and then he excuses himself because he says it's not time to smoke, it's time to eat.
Got it.
Or no smokes, it's eating time. Or so relatively, he's saying he's not going to be smoking this stream. He's going to be eating because the last time Shani has gotten food and it was on a live stream, she was the only one eating. He claimed that he ate lasagna prior to the stream, but he was kind of eyeballing the quote-unquote vegetarian pad thai.
Eyeballing the food, like I said, like a dog eyeballs scraps.
And he was very adamant to the chat that he ate an almost a half of an entire family-sized pan of lasagna to himself. And he had more he was probably going to eat after the stream. But
all right, well, we'll see about that.
Tai Chi boba.
Tai Chi? Tai tea?
Tai tea boba.
Thai boba tea.
Yes.
There we
Thai
go.
boba
Thai
tea. All
tea
right.
with boba.
Yes. That's actually accurate.
So Jason got... He's so happy over this.
Oh my god.
Jason got the pad thai.
Oh dear.
No more cigarette for now.
Might have to move
But
it.
Foods.
Yes.
Oh my god.
But first, this is my green curry.
Green curry.
I got some green
Oh
curry.
god, that's beautiful shit.
Let me see.
You want me to take the bag for you? That might be easier.
Rice
Okay.
and a small salad for me.
Yeah.
A
And then
small salad for her.
for you,
For you.
you have a big giant platter
Oh. Oh.
of your food.
Oh.
Yeah, see how he acts at this point. I don't even need to look
Oh
at the
my
screen.
God.
I can tell exactly what's
No.
going on there.
You see, even over Indian food, my favorite dish I think of all time is
Oh.
pad thai.
Oh
It
my
is.
goodness.
My favorite dish of all time is pad thai. Over anything Indian, I just know. Oh my God, yes. This is,
Oh. Cheers.
cheers. I gotta take this jacket off because I gotta.
Oh, yeah, there it is. Taking the jacket off because
Oh.
he's got to eat.
This ooze.
This is something that I've noticed that they do a lot.
Tai chi.
Is that they're like, oh my goodness gracious,
Or Thai-
blah, blah, blah,
Thai
as they're
tea.
eating.
Jesus God. man.
Thai tea is delicious.
Tai Chi. You know, we're gonna do some Tai Chi.
Mmm.
Let's do
Thank
some
you, Wednesday.
Tai Chi tea.
We'll do some. Oh.
Yeah, Tai Chi, exactly. We'll do it. Exactly.
Oh.
This is the deal. I can't. Oh my God, this is.
All right.
Oh, I can't.
You
do it.
ready to get into it?
I am.
I'm gonna have.
No lime, they give lemon. That's fine. I mean, it's
This is so pretty. The salad.
Oh my God. Vegetable pad thai. Oh my God.
And it has this delightful peanut sauce with
Delightful peanut
Oh,
sauce.
yeah.
Delicious.
it. Get this peanut sauce. It's so thick. Let's get this in the camera, this- Oh yeah.
Oh,
Oh, look how thick that is.
oh my God.
It's got little pieces of nice peanuts in it.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Just insanely amazing foods.
Oh,
Yeah, the peanut sauce is. Oh my God, there's like
Yeah.
nothing like it.
I'll try that.
I try. I want to get.
So,
on the camera too. What?
I'm going to back up a
Oh,
little
oh
bit
my
because
God.
there's the main thing that I really, really wanted to accentuate about this because it does kind of go in line with what's going on in their community sphere. So, what is going on right now in their community sphere is that much of their viewing audience, who quite a few of them actually do kind of donate out to give them the money to get this food that they do partake in. There is quite a few people in their community that believe that Jason here isn't eating all that much. He's very scrawny in a lot of the videos, and as we had seen and we're going to see again, he definitely looks like he's not eating that much. Like he's from the time that I personally saw and spoke to him to the time that we have now, he is definitely completely different in body size, and that doesn't really say too much, seeing as it's been years. But
He's lost a
he
lot of weight.
he has definitely shed and lost quite a bit of weight.
Oh,
Like,
oh.
never by any means a heavy-set person, but
No.
he
No.
went from, like, thin, healthy. Like, there's people calling him anorexic in his streams, and he's saying that people don't know what anorexia looks like because he'd be looking like Eugenia Colony, or what the heck her name is.
Yeah, the one that literally is like toothpicks. Yeah. Yeah.
The one who does have an eating disorder and has been to several facilities for it.
Right, yeah.
He said that he would look like her if he was anorexic. So everybody that's saying he's anorexic and not eating, they don't know what they're talking about.
Right. So, just in case she didn't come up over the mic, but I do believe this mic is able to pick her up pretty well, but just in case.
Yep, the other time.
Yeah. So, yeah, people think that poor Jason is either being starved or he's anorexic. It's one of the two. And he, of course, lashes back out at them, saying they don't know what anorexia is, they don't know what it looks like, blah, 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 blah. Whole point is what I really, really want to point out here is what is his response right here. I'm going to back it up a couple of seconds just so we can fully see. Here's his response to getting this food.
Have a big, giant platter
Oh.
of your foot.
Oh.
So, for anybody else, you may look at that and think, oh, okay, well, he's just over-exaggerating a little bit. To me, that doesn't look like an over-exaggeration.
Like a little treat. You might want to
Sure.
let it thaw just a bit before you chew on it.
Okay. Doesn't seem like an over-exaggeration to me. Instead, what that to me looks like, it looks comparable to what happens whenever a person who has been starving on the street for 4 days does whenever you finally give them a saltine cracker. That's the kind of reaction that was. Of course, it is a little tad bit over the top because both of them are very exaggerated, I guess is the best way to put it, whenever it comes to their content, especially the mukbang thing. I popped in a couple of times watching the lady of the house viewing them herself, and Shani's over here rolling her eyes and groaning like she's about to hit the highest peak of climax that she's ever had just eating food. So we'll see if we see any of that during this video. We might, but
Yeah, there's a lot of it.
oh, I'm sure. So we're in for a treat. We're in for a treat.
It's corn noises.
Corn noises, got it.
It's corn noises, but with food.
Oh.
Got
my
it. Yeah.
God.
So here we go.
No. You see,
Especially
even
her,
over Indian
she's gonna
food,
take
my
a
favorite
drink of
dish, I
that-
think, of
of
all
that
time
drink.
is pad thai. It is. My favorite dish of all time is pad thai.
Here's something else I've noticed about Jason. Every single time he does anything, or he talks about anything, right? He's got like this overwhelmingly,
He's got like an
this overwhelmingly positive thing to say about something.
He's got like an air of prestige to him.
Right, but he's also got this like over-exaggerative positive thing about everything. Like, for example, I happened to watch someone posting, basically restreaming or reposting a video of him on doing an Instagram live thing, and
On Instagram, and I think they're on Twitch and YouTube.
Yeah,
They're
but-
mukbanging on YouTube.
they're on three separate places. But in this particular instance, he was on Instagram, and someone brought up like two or three people brought up two or three separate games, and he had like an overwhelmingly exaggerated positive thing to say about all three. Like and what I mean by that is, I'll give you an example. One of the games that they brought up was old Super Mario, like on the NES. Regular Nintendo Entertainment System Mario. Oh yeah, that game was great. It's the greatest game of all time. I've played Super Mario front to back, back to front. I played 1, 2, and 3. It was amazing. I loved them. They're great. They're awesome. They're the best games ever created. Then someone brings up Legend of Zelda. Oh my God, Legend of Zelda. Legend of Zelda is absolutely perfect. I haven't played. I really want to play the recent iterations. I really want to get Tears of the Kingdom. It's the best series that's ever been created on God's green earth. Oh, and Street Fighter. Oh my God, dude, I used to just absolutely destroy people in Street Fighter 2. Street Fighter 2 is the best game that I ever played. It's the best Street Fighter that's ever been. That sort of thing. Like, it's a fluffing, as it were, of the person that they're talking to and what they're talking about. And that's kind of what Jason here does with everything. See, right now he has pad thai. So right now his absolute favorite food of all time, from now until the end of time, is pad thai. If he gets a burger tomorrow, the absolute best food in all time ever on God's green earth will be that burger.
Over anything Indian. I just know. Oh my God, yes. This is...
Oh. Cheers.
Cheers. I gotta take this jacket off because I gotta eat.
Oh.
This fools.
Like, I myself, and it's no real bare bones or whatever that I have, like, for people that do this, but I don't get the reasoning or the idea behind practically orgasming over food. I don't understand that. I never have. I never will. Maybe I'm just not a fat man enough. I don't know. But I just don't. I don't get why, how, where that it's that you need to just be like over food. It doesn't make sense to me. It really doesn't. And like I said, that's no offense to anyone who does do that and who does enjoy that. I personally just don't. So to each their own, I suppose, but still, it's very, very weird, to say the least. Anyways, moving on.
Tai Chi.
Yeah, Tai Chi.
Or Thai tea.
Tai tea.
Thai tea is delicious.
Tai Chi tea.
You know, we're gonna do some Tai Chi.
Mmm.
You see? I don't get that.
Tai Chi.
We'll do some. Oh.
Yeah, Tai Chi. Exactly. We'll do it. Ooh.
And as you can see, Jason here is very scrawny. You can just look at his arm and tell.
Oh.
You ready to get into it?
I am.
I'm gonna have.
No lime, they give lemon. That's fine. I mean,
This is so pretty, the salad.
Oh my God. Vegetable pad thai. Oh my God.
And it has this delightful peanut sauce with it.
It does.
Oh, yes.
Incredible peanut sauce.
Look at this peanut sauce. It's so thick.
Mm-hmm.
Wait. Let's get this on camera.
You mean like peanut butter's thick?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Oh, look how thick that is.
Oh my God.
It's got little pieces of nice peanuts in it.
Like, you hear the reaction. Oh, my God. Oh, my Lord. Oh, goodness. To be fair, to play devil's advocate, I can understand why he would be saying that. You can fill in the blank.
Yeah.
It's so...
It's so good. Oh, my
God.
Oh,
Yeah, the peanut sauce is. Oh my God, there's like nothing like it.
I'll try that.
I want to get my food in the camera too. What?
Try
Oh yeah.
that.
Oh my God, it's the best.
It's so good.
goodness.
He's gonna lick it.
Like,
oh my God.
I know, right?
Oh. Everything should taste like that.
oh, my God.
Okay. Oh my God, everything should taste like that.
Everything on God's
Oh,
green earth
yeah.
should taste
Hi-ya.
exactly like that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God, that just, I can't.
Oh, oh. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Oh,
It's so good.
You're not okay. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna move on.
yeah, you go, yuck.
No, how? Why is it so orgasmic to watch someone else eat the food at that point? Like, is it really? Is it really? I don't understand the logic. Whatever.
You know what you're thinking about.
This is no yucky. This is very yummy and.
Oh my
this
God,
is
that's
very
delicious.
yummy and sucky.
Yeah. What?
Incredible food.
Me sucky the peanut sauce.
No. Never say that ever again. Never in your whole entire fucking lifetime, please say that again. Don't. Not again.
All
Long
day.
time.
All day, dude.
Oh yeah.
I would.
You want to cut that? You can, guys.
Yeah, go ahead. We can cut that.
You can cut that.
We could cut it too.
Put it in a song.
Put it in a song. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That'll hit the
Oh.
top 10 on the billboards immediately.
Thank you, Jesus. For
Oh,
foods.
thank you, Jesus.
Thank you, Jesus Christ, for foods. Oh my God, this is too much. I can't handle it. Thank you.
What did they just say? Did I mishear that, or did they say... They either said thank you, Jesus Christ, for foods, or thank you, Jesus Christ, for fools. I need to back that up.
Oh.
Oh my God. Thank you, Jesus. For
Oh,
foods.
thank you, Jesus.
Thank you, Jesus Christ, for foods.
Yeah, well, he's just saying food's weird. Okay. For a minute there, I was about to be like, for fools? Uh-huh. No, I I hear it. I hear it now. Foods. For foods. Thank you for foods. That's wonderful for foods. My precious. Sorry. All right. Let's go.
Oh my God, this is too much. I can't handle it.
It's too much. I can't do it. I can't.
Oh God, that's unique.
I know.
It's like vanilla.
It is.
The main flavor I get out of that is vanilla. Oh my God, it's creamy and
It's so good.
Bro.
I like lemons.
Ikadakimasu.
Iyayakima.
Really? I guess if you got a
Bismillah.
niche.
Oh my God. I praise Jesus Christ.
Do you?
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much for giving me a good birthday, guys.
We had some income, you know. Thank Jesus. And you made.
I missed your sticker.
Oh,
Wait, I will see it.
I can't. I want to get this in the camera for people to see it, and it's
Oh,
like
dear.
hard to.
There you go.
Uh-huh.
Like so.
Yeah, right.
It's in the camera.
Yeah, and it doesn't work because I can't eat it right.
Oh. That's okay.
Yeah, I guess so. Whatever.
Wait. I know what to do.
Fucking huge piece of tofu.
I'll do this for you, baby.
Oh yes.
I got you to hold my hand. I got you to understand.
I gotta get my water. 186 people. Holy shit.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you for being here for Shetty.
Thank you.
Hey, man. Good job on that, I guess.
And hit the thumbs up. If you like mukbangs, we do them.
Shout me out. I'm your biggest fan. Hello, Tracy W.
Hi, Tracy.
How are you? I
Oh.
can't get everything. Oh, wait. I was going to look for the sticker. Let me look at the stickers.
Okay, now you can see it.
The
Really.
fan funding, yeah.
That's.
They're smelly. It is a watermelons.
Oh.
Thank you, smelly cat.
The watermelon.
Yes, for the watermelons.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Watermelon Kit Kats.
Oh my God, yes. This is spicy, holy.
No, I didn't see your birthday
So-
song.
Oh my God.
The interesting thing about this particular video, and it's the reason why we're kind of hanging on it and lingering on it for so long, is the fact that this doesn't normally happen. During these mukbangs, Jason will just kind of sit to the side, and he will mainly watch. He kind of gets fed stuff like every now and again, but for the most part, he just sits back and watches Shani eat. And that's one of the other main points of concern within their community, is that because Jason sits back and just watches her eat, they think that he either doesn't eat or that he's not allowed to eat for whatever reason. And I'm not necessarily one to point fingers, but given Shani's track record, it might be true. And just so you all know, these two have a very, shall we say, unique relationship. There is quite a bit of history to go to and go into with these two in particular, and I don't necessarily want to cover it all tonight because that would literally take until like 5 in the morning my time, and I don't want to do that. But the main contention, the main reason why I point this out and why I'm even doing this at all is one, of course, I have a small bit of history with Jason, and then the second one, of course, is Shani has a rather terrible track record, and she's said some rather big zingers in the past. One of which is, just to kind of give you an example, I don't know if she still necessarily believes this or not. And another thing that I will get into that's a very big criticism in a second is that Shani at one point said that she didn't believe the moon was real. She believed that the moon was not a real thing that circled our Earth. Instead, it was a light source. That it was basically created. It's fake. It's like an illusion, I guess. But she said it was. She said in her own words, it was a light source. It wasn't a moon. It's not a thing outside of our planet. It's a light source. And a lot of times, whenever her and Jason have any sort of talk, whether it be serious, not serious, if they're just bantering back and forth, if they're letting their weird ADHD / what they consider to be their bipolar disorder take over for each other, they will go back and forth, and Jason has this thing of where anytime Shani says something, he like almost 100% agrees with her, unless they're arguing. If they're arguing, then there's a very good chance that 90% of the stuff that she says he will go against. But for the most part, he agrees with everything that she says, even to the point that I have seen that he will change his opinion on the fly, just like that, in a moment's notice. I love the color red. The color red's great. And Shani will come in and be like, I think the color blue's better. Oh yeah, blue's excellent. Blue's the most amazing color in the universe. Then it's that sort of thing. It's like immediate. It's like an immediate weird turn, like what you like blue? Well, let me get you every single thing in the world that's blue.
God.
See?
Whoa. I forgot I made it hot.
I made that hot too.
I forgot. Oh my God.
Oh Lord.
Nope.
Because last time I had it, it wasn't spicy enough.
There you go, yeah.
And I had it a medium.
Uh-huh.
Thank you, Pepper, for the $19.
See, here's the thing. I understand that there are such people as feeders. I know they exist. I know that there are people who genuinely, for whatever reason, enjoy the sounds that they're making. Enjoy the... That's the reason why mukbangs are so popular, is that they're able to hear every single little minuscule sound that the other person makes. Of course, I don't think, it doesn't sound like that they have like the highest quality mics, and it definitely doesn't sound like they have directional ones in particular, because a lot of the more higher quality, let's say, the more invested mukbang channels have like those high quality directional mics that every single little sound that comes from the mouth, throat, or chest you can literally hear. So while they're chewing and sucking in air through their nose, you can hear that whole thing. And in a weird way, some people might enjoy that or whatever, or find comfort or whatever the hell ASMR is supposed to be. For me, that's the grossest shit I've ever heard. Like, I would rather listen to DSP just like lean in as close to his studio mic as possible and just snort the biggest loogie ever than hear just constant chomping of food. It doesn't like gross me out to the point that I want to puke, but it grosses me out to the point that it makes me kind of want to run away. It really does, but I'm suffering through it because it is entertaining. I'm pretty sure at some point it's got to be entertaining to hear what I have to say about it.
Super sticker.
Wow.
Yes, thank you.
That, and we're mainly looking at the difference between the two right now.
It's SEK. Israeli currency. Oh, the screen logos. Yeah, I was thinking that too.
Will do.
Shandy-
I'll take that off.
Shandy's an awesome producer, so.
We'll take this off.
An awesome producer.
There we
I
go.
don't need him right now.
Oh, and she's an awesome producer. All she really did was the same thing that I literally do every fucking stream. She just moved a couple of transparent pictures out of the way. Excellent producer, though. Hey, man, I do the same thing. I'm constantly tweaking and debugging this fucking stream, so I understand. But at the same time, don't fluff up yourself too much. I mean, I don't have like the most professional shit. Like mine's very low quality, low grade. I'm doing the absolute best I can with what I have. And the moment that I'm able to upgrade, you can bet your ass I will. But until then, this is what we're doing.
No.
I gotta get my water. My God, that's hot. Oh, oh wow, that's hot. Oh.
I love that she said happy birthday.
Like the over exaggerated shit is also very annoying. Like it is like if anybody has ever watched the movie There's Something About Bob, it reminds me of Bill Murray's performance in that. Whenever he finally goes to his therapist's house and the wife invites him to dinner, and every bite of any little bit of food that he's taking, he is like overly exaggerating how good it is. He takes a small bite of mashed potatoes and like his eyes roll and his shoulders drop and like I don't get how anything other than the obvious can make you feel that way. But I don't know. I guess I'm just not a foodie. I don't know, or whatever the fuck they're called.
Birthday to you, happy birthday to you. You're sweet as a cupcake and cute as one too.
See,
Thank you.
That's way better.
Thank you, Smelly Cat, for the 99-cent cake super sticker.
Thank you.
Yay! Thank you.
Oh my god, this is like insane.
Oh, man.
Oh, it's Swedish.
Mmm.
Swedish currency.
Wow. Okay. Thank you.
I don't know what the exchange rate of that is, but it's probably not that much.
I know, we gotta learn all the money stuff.
Uh-huh. Somebody have a Bitcoin they could spare.
Thank you.
Oh,
We love you. We do. I love Sweden.
Sweden free.
Sweden's the best.
Sweden's great. Sweden's the best. See, there's something that a lot of these lolcow-esque content creators have in common. Their opinion, their motivation, their stance on absolutely anything changes the moment that their wallet gets any sort of funding. Boogie has obviously done it. DSP has done it over and over and over again. Jordy has done it before too, although to hand it to Jordy, at least he stays true to himself in some regard, as he doesn't do that all the damn time, but he has before. And of course with these two, it's the same thing as with the other. It's the same thing as with Boogie or DSP. The moment that the money hits the wallet, you could be like, the absolute best fruit in the world is an orange. And then that's exactly what they'll say. Fruit, oh yeah, oranges are great. Orange! And then just as soon as someone else comes in with $2 more than the other person and says, green apples are the goat of fruit. And then suddenly they're like, oh my god, yeah, goated apples all the way. Fuck oranges. And then another tip comes in, $5 more than the last one, talking about how bananas are the king supreme of fruit. Suddenly, you're bananas! Like, you get my point. And I kept that purposely food related because of what we're watching. Oh my god.
That's hot. Damn, another piece of tofu. You want to try the tofu?
Thank you, Vagin Sore, for the $99.
Birthday girl, you want to try this?
Oh.
It's tofu.
I'm waiting.
You like that? Do you really?
Ooh,
You got a little. Right there.
thank you. Oh my god, that's hot.
That's hot as fuck, isn't it?
Ooh.
It's hot. They put a lot of red pepper flakes.
Oh my god, this is so good.
Mm-hmm.
So fucking stupid.
Thank you, guys.
Well, as soon as we got off, he did that applesauce.
Yeah, like I said, I don't know, I think they're on YouTube because they're talking about super stickers, and YouTube, whenever you finally do get monetization, you do get the ability to get super chats, super stickers, super thanks, all that stuff. For someone in my position, I'm only able to make money off of this currently, if I were to make any money, via just the tipping system. However, the moment that I reach the right criteria, I'll be able to make money. And it's the same way on Twitch. It's the same way anywhere else. You have to meet certain criteria in order to make a living doing this sort of thing. However, they are, I guess you could say, benefited enough, blessed enough, whatever the case is, whatever sort of rhetoric you want to use. They are lucky enough, and which is the word I will use, they are lucky enough that they are able to get so many people who just watch them for whatever reason, whether it be genuine support, or if it's like Phil and they have a lot of people that hate watch them, and they just, subscribe and support the content just to keep the content going, whether that be unhealthy or not. But in this case, from what I'm understanding, a lot of the food that they do get donated, the money that they get donated to get the food, or whether someone just donates the food via like DoorDash or whatever, a lot of it is just to help Jason, essentially. Right now, of course, they're celebrating Shani's birthday, which I guess, when was this posted? 13 hours ago. Wait. If this was today, that means her birthday's today? Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Well, I don't. Okay, whatever. Moving on. We're just moving on from that point.
Oh. Well, yeah.
Yeah, last night I got my birthday gift a little early. Well,
No, it was on the day.
it was.
I think there was a total of 3 to 5 orgasms. 3 to 5. I'm not
What?
exactly positive.
Thank you, Rifa. Thank you for.
I
today,
I'm
by
not.
the
I don't
way.
even
Oh,
want to
yeah.
think
That's
about
so
what I
sweet
just
of
heard.
you.
It was-
Moving on.
That cold brew concentrate is good.
It is good.
I'll show that to the folks.
Yeah.
Oh my god. This is freaking.
Like they literally act like they haven't had food in like 6 years. Like this is the type of responses that I expect from one of two things. Either one, you're genuinely not really that into the food. Like I feel like a good portion of this, if not 95 some odd % of it, is just kind of an act to just for the camera, essentially. It's, oh my god, it's so good over the food, just because it's an over exaggeration and that's what their fan base likes. Or two, they legitimately in some way somehow haven't had food in like the last 2 days. They've just been scraping by, and then suddenly pad thai is introduced, and now the clouds have parted. God has reached down himself to put the food on their table. Like that's kind of what it's one of those two, but either way it's so over exaggerated that it just comes off as cringy. It comes off as very corny.
Oh my god. This just keeps growing. Like it's more and more noodles.
More and more noodles.
I know.
More noodles for me.
Those are like flat, like noodles.
Grind to me more
These
noodles.
are actual pad thai noodles.
These are actual
Ah.
pad thai
I
noodles.
think
Oh my
they're
goodness.
Okay.
They're a little bit wider.
Gavin's being really cute under the table.
How's everybody doing?
What are you doing,
I'm
boy?
Guys are
struggling.
Honey, look under the table.
Hi, baby.
He's being ultra cute.
Super cute Gavins. We love you, Gavins.
He's on his back.
Mine's so.
Like, nothing against the animals that they have. I do feel for them, though, but only because of the fact that they have the unfortunate situation of having to deal with the constant back and forth of these two. Other than that, animals be cute, man.
Big because I'm eating my entree and Shani's just on her side salad right now. This is my entree.
I just really like the peanut sauce.
Oh, it's so good.
It's super cheap too. The side salad's only $1.99.
Uh-huh.
God, there's so much red pepper flakes in here. I feel it, and it's almost like a sauce of red pepper flakes. Whoa.
A little too much for you, huh?
No, I'm enjoying it. It's gonna hurt.
A sauce of red pepper flakes does sound amazing, actually. I am very big on spice. I love spicy food, so yeah, I would end up demolishing that probably way quicker than what Jason is doing, but regardless.
Coming out, but it's okay.
Let my inner fat ass come
Yeah,
out.
but the high you get after eating
That's true.
that many chilies is so worth it.
This is like.
Did I hear that right? The high you get after eating that many chilies? What? Make that make sense, I guess. The high you get? The high you get after eating chilies. I'm just gonna move on. I don't know.
God bless you guys. I hope you got
thank
some
you
money.
guys so
If
much.
you got some money yourself, get yourself some Thai food right now.
Exactly.
It's worth it. I could save some of this, but this is a mukbang.
I love this. This is
What? I wish I could save some of this, but this is a mukbang. You know what? We may go back and we may watch some of the other videos that they have produced, because the conditions that they have for each of their mukbangs always change. Like now, apparently they have to eat the whole thing, or it's not a mukbang. Whereas beforehand, Shani over here would be like, "Oh no, I'm only going to eat the salad, and then that's going to be it, and I'll eat the rest off camera." And you know almost as good as you know almost good and well that just as soon as the camera went off, there was no food. I'm just saying, you know, from fat ass to fat ass. That's just what it was. That's what happened. There's no way around that. But now suddenly it's oh well, it's a mukbang. Gotta eat it all. Mm-hmm.
so good.
And you're just on your sides album.
I know. But it's like,
It's really good.
I don't know if the Connie salad is better or this Thai salad. I don't know which one is better.
Peanut
I don't
sauce
care.
is just off.
It's so good.
Like I said, I don't have anything against people who enjoy watching mukbangs. Nothing against them. You do you. But for me, right now, just the constant lip smacking, the constant noises and everything, it's actually physically making my stomach hurt. And not in like, oh my god, I'm hungry. No, it's like, it's making my stomach feel like I have a cantaloupe just sitting inside of it. And it's heavy and it hurts.
Gavin?
I feel bad for people who have peanut allergies.
Love you. Yeah,
You said it's gone.
What a time to bring that up.
His peanut allergy.
For real?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, that would be great.
He grew out of it.
He can have peanut butter now?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
He can enjoy peanut butter cups now.
That's phenomenal.
Greatest thing ever in his mouth.
I didn't know this.
Oh.
That's phenomenal. Oh my god.
Yeah, whatever.
I can't stop.
I can't either. This is really good.
My only complaint is that the noodles are kind of packed together.
Sounds like a couple of wildebeests.
You wish they were more fluffier.
Yeah. The noodles are a little bit overdone, but other than that, this is perfect.
Okay, let's skip around in this dumb thing. Oh my god. But yeah, Jason is so fucking scrawny. Like, there's something going on there. Like, either, and I'm just going to be flat out blunt and honest. There is one of three things that is happening here. One of three. Either one, he has some sort of condition or something. Maybe he just has an extremely high metabolism somehow. And he just can't put on weight, or he's unable to put on weight, and he's just fucking shredding, and he's just shredding all the pounds like a cancer patient going into stage 4. Or the second option is that all the accusations are true, and he doesn't eat because either he's not allowed to or something along those lines. Or 3, There's something illicit going on there, and I mean, he's got to be on something. It's one of those three options. There is no fourth. There's no fourth option. Of course, we can use this as an example to say, hey, well, he does eat. He's eating, obviously. But just because you eat for one video at one point in one time doesn't mean that you're eating all the time. We can't account for all the times that you're off camera. And I think if he was worth his weight in piss, he would agree with me on that. I'm going to delve a little bit further into this, and we're going to see what else that they have going on here. I think that I personally, especially with one of the videos that I kind of watched over the lady of the house's shoulder one day, I kind of think, and this is just my opinion, not an accusation, just an opinion, I think that one or both of them are on something. And especially in one of these videos, especially during one of these videos, he just can't sit still. He's constantly moving. Like, if you look up the old video, like the old school video of Hitler at the Olympics, where he's just constantly moving and everything, and it turns out that he was high on meth whenever that happened. That's the kind of movements that he has in some of these streams, and that's what I think. And I've been around people who, unfortunately, have been high on meth, and that's the exact same movement, the exact same thing that they do. Of course, there's plenty of videos that there's plenty of videos that just kind of shows it, like, he's just, I don't know, like, they're like especially some of the stills that you can get from any of the videos, you just, I don't know, man, there's something going on there. And they basically, just as an example of kind of going back to what I've been talking about on this channel for a little while, another thing that kind of goes hand in hand with all these people is that Boogie, DSP, Shani, and Jason, all three of them have one thing in common, and that's that they constantly beg for money. Now, DSP can claim that his begging for money is just his job, which it's literally what he's been doing for 15 years. So maybe that is the case. I don't fucking know. But if that is legitimately just the case, then whatever. You can argue with that one way or the other. Frankly, I don't give a shit. But it's something that he does do a lot. A whole fucking lot. It is a lot of begging. Boogie does kind of the same thing, although his form of begging usually entails the idea of you have to pity him first. You have to feel very bad for him, and in order to feel bad for him and to cure his sads, you know, he had a very bad day, he's sad today. In order to cure his sads, you have to give him money. And he's done that plenty of times. And then you have these two. You have Shani and you have Jason, who Jason just outright will go on like an Instagram stream, for example, and he'll just be like, hey, I need $140. We need to pay this off, and we need to get food for the house. I'm going to stream until I have $140, and I'm not going to stop until I have it. And that's another thing, and they have a loyal fan base that gives them the money. So I guess good for them that they have that, but at the same time, it's a little, I don't know. There's a lack of integrity where you have to do that. See, now for me, I do this because I find it fun. I like to talk. I like to rant about things. I'm a very long-winded bastard, and I understand that I am. And I like doing this. I also like gaming and stuff like that, and I figure if I'm already doing something that I like, why not share what I like and how I'm doing it with the world, you know what I mean? If I get any donations from anybody who stops by the stream, that's awesome. I don't expect it, don't require it, and it's always a surprise whenever it happens. But I am never in a million years, unless it is the absolute last option that I have, I'm never going to just come on stream 3, 4, 5, 6 nights a week and just constantly beg for money. It's just not going to happen. I would much rather shoot myself in the foot with a rusty bullet than do any of that. That is what it is. So, yeah, things have definitely changed whenever it comes to Jason and Shani. At least not. They're not the same from what I remember that they used to be. Because Jason used to just do a bunch of videos about God and talk about God and whatnot. I mean, he was called Revelation News. That's where he got the nickname, The Rev. And then Shani was just a behind-the-scenes, kind of in the background sort of person. She watched all the big Christian-y YouTubers and stuff and would be in their comment sections and whatnot. And at one point she was, and this is a very old name, she was also in the same sphere as Brett Keane at some point, which, if any of you all have heard that name, good job. Those of you who don't know what that name is, you know, you can go and look him up if you really want to. Quite frankly, there's not really much to get from him, if we're being completely fair. But some of these videos I just can't play because they look almost like there's nudity in them, and even though I know there isn't, it's just the clothing that they're wearing. But I don't even want to try to take that risk. Shani says she's not even 400 pounds. Is she sure about that? Like, no, it's not like a jab or anything, but is she sure about that? Oh my god. Alright, oh yeah, I was gonna find the one where it looks like he's tweaking. I think it's, I do believe, no, it's not that one. I think it's the one where she has him sit and watch. He's just like over in the corner and he's constantly doing this little number. It's like he's having a fit or he's under the influence. It's just what it seems like.
See?
Not trying to be a dick.
We got.
That's it. You want the big light on?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that.
Let's see. Okay.
That's it.
Another mukbang.
This must be samosas.
Samosas. Oh,
Okay.
boy. Samosas.
We got
Jason
the
being
bread,
the big
the garlic
hot
naan.
man in the
Garlic
background.
Uh-huh.
Oh my god.
We got
Oh
a
my
bunch of
god.
rice.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, bunch
This
of
must be
food.
the cucumber sauce. Look how big that is.
Raita.
That's
the
got
raita.
Raita.
I half expect him to just suddenly just run from wherever he is to the background, like right behind this chair here, and I expect him to just start going as she's getting ready to eat, like he's trying to be the ultimate hype man.
Oh, This is the dessert.
That's the John Boom, Gollum John.
Gollop John.
Something like that.
Yeah,
Gollop John?
something like that.
That's perfect.
The tikka masala.
Oh, that's the paneer, I think.
Paneer.
That-
It's not that fucking great, bro. Don't even start.
yeah, tikka masala. Oh my god.
Dude, you can get some rice too. This is your rice.
I don't need nothing.
Okay, I'll.
You won't eat all that.
I don't need nothing.
So I'll have some. It's-
Look at me.
Exactly.
Probably
I am the
Tomorrow.
pillar of man. I do not
I've
need
never
nothing.
had this before. I'm excited.
I'm excited
Okay.
I do not need nothing. That's a double negative. He does need something.
for you. I'm so excited. We got to adjust the camera right on you.
Well, you don't have to.
Yeah. It's,
You don't have to. Oh, don't make me the center of attention like that's not what I want. Oh God, you don't have to.
should be focused on you for the mukbang. You're the star of the show.
Yay.
Boom.
Does she have a fucking goblet? Is that what that is? Isn't that like a Christmas goblet? Oh dear, come on, you two.
Deactivate and then activate.
Oh, it wasn't. Okay, it wasn't YouTube. It was the video.
What the hell? Why is it black?
Activate. There we go.
There. Okay, now I won't. That's it.
Like I know some. This is also like I. This is a kind of a self shot because my glasses do not sit evenly on my face. It just doesn't happen. But what the fuck is going on with this particular situation here? Like, why is it like the glasses are all the way up here? Like, what is this? Why are you this way? Fix them. For the people out there that have OCD, fucking fix them.
I got a paneer tikka masala.
Ah, that's perfect right there. See?
Okay.
That's it.
I've never tried this before, the tikka.
I'm so excited for you because it's so good, you know?
Oh. Oh, that smells so good.
I thought she was about to dip her face in it.
Mukbang brought to you by Reverend Shanny Industries.
It looks like there's
Gross.
some, I think that's pepper.
I'm so excited for you.
Oh, that's a paneer slice. Let me see.
Yes.
I just want to try the
Oh, I
sauce.
can't wait for you to try it.
It's like she just saw a cute kitten for the first time. That's what that response was.
All
You
right.
want to try it?
I will.
Oh, look at that kitty. Oh, it's so cute. That's exactly what that was. What in the fucking hell, man? Oh, such a cute kitty. Oh, that's exactly what. I'm sorry.
You want to try it?
I will. I'll try a little bit. No, that's it. Oh my god, is that good?
Oh my goodness, gravy train, is that amazing? I can't
Oh,
believe it. I can't
oh.
breathe.
Oh my god, that's delicious. Yes. Oh,
Oh.
oh.
Okay, this is the garlic naan.
Americans don't know how
To cook.
to cook.
No.
They just don't.
No. Okay. You want to try some garlic naan?
No, that's it. That taste.
Oh, that
little-
smells so good.
All of it, it's yours now.
Okay, I'm putting the cheese in the naan like this. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Mm. Okay, Foodie Beauty is so right about this shit.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Yeah. That's another thing that I'm glad that reminded me. So Foodie Beauty is another of these like mukbanger YouTubers. I do believe that at some point she did like go on like a weight loss journey or whatever. I could be thinking of a completely different person, to be honest, but I think just from my own memory there, that's what I think that is, or who that is anyway. But they have openly admitted to watching like every mukbang YouTuber that exists and mukbang influencer that exists. They watch Nico Avocado, Foodie Beauty. Who's the other one? There was another one that I can't remember her name, but she was another mukbanger. Like, I guarantee you that their entire like subscription list is just full of them, and they saw how successful that they were doing it, so they had to try it. And I mean, they seem to be getting some funds out of it, so good on them. But yeah, it is what it is.
John Tom Marie knows. This is eating food. This is food. Okay? This is food.
Okay, no. Does Rev ever like actually come into this one? Am I just thinking this is the wrong video? Like, he constantly comes in like off camera. Like, he plays like I'm thinking he plays like the ultimate hype man in this one. But this is one of those things where, you know, the rules have changed since, you know, on this stream, they don't have to eat the whole thing in order to make the mukbang successful. It's just, you know, she eats until she's satisfied, which is like she takes like six to 8 bites of this shit, and then she's just like, okay, I'm done. I'm putting it aside for later. But let's see. I want to see if I can find the one video that I'm talking about. By the way, thank you to anyone and everyone who's popping in and watching this and enjoying this content with me. If you are enjoying it anyway. I'm hoping that my commentary and whatnot is... Oh, excuse me. Is at least enjoyable for you. Oh my god. What? I'm not even gonna watch that on principle of just the fucking title. Nope. No thank you. Maybe it's this one. We get to watch it buffer together. Just you and I.
He's a race car driver now? Yeah, he would be, man. I'm happy, man, for him. God, my head hurts. I give up on life right now, man. I apologize to my viewers.
God bless you for the PayPal. Thank you.
Thank you.
See what I mean?
We're gonna go.
They get
I
handed.
guess.
Shanny, you said you were gonna do a variety stream, so you gotta do a little bit and then you could go.
Oh yeah, like I said, ASMR gaming. So that's another thing that they do is that she will play. Lately, she's been playing the Switch, so she's playing whatever games that she has on the digital copies of the Switch, and she's playing them. You can hear it in the background, obviously, and thankfully, this person who clips this and plays these videos keeps the gameplay out of it, just in case copyright happens, which Nintendo is very notorious for. But thank you for that. Anyways, yeah, they anytime that they go on stream, there's always a donation. They always get something. And here they're supposed to be. They're claiming that they're sick, and so I don't know.
I keep trying to go, but still have y'all on. My Insta in my bio if you're interested.
Definitely not.
Oh,
That's basically a softcore porn site at this point.
Spooky
Not
girl.
interested.
never mind. I'm not even going there. I don't even care. Fuck it. Who cares? I don't even have an exit sign here. Yes, I do have an exit sign here. See, I knew I already had one. What's that in storage?
Oh God.
I have to think. Let's change my outfit. Maybe that'll help me get my brain going.
Does he just fall out of the thing? What happens? I'm just gonna skip
That
ahead.
works. There. I'm all bright and cheery.
Tosses his phone to the side.
James is wondering if you have a testimony. Do you want to hear his testimony? We should both do our own testimony videos, but
I had a testimony video that was an hour and 50 some minutes long on YouTube on my old channel that had over 15,000 views.
correct.
I mean, that's pretty good.
Well, yeah, I could give it, but
Wasn't it called The Culmination?
yeah. It goes over my life and the event. I don't know if that's out there.
I pretty much probably have seen every single video he's ever put out. It's
Yeah, and the only reason that was, and you know, this is where I kind of have a bone to pick whenever it comes to Shani, right? One of the main reasons, and there is like documentaries and stuff about this that floats around. If you look up Shani for Christ, you'll find them. I know, I think Turkey Tom or Tom Dark, whichever, he did it on one of his channels. But anyways, he did a little documentary thing on her, and it pretty much covers everything that I had already known about her, and then the new shit that's been going on for like the last 6 months or whatever. This is all new to me, the mukbanging and all that, which is just like I said, if you're into it, whatever, it's just not a thing for me. But the bone that I have to pick with Shani is she's like, oh yeah, I've seen just about every single video that he's ever put out, and of course she kind of had a little bit of a proving, as it were, that she knew the exact video that he was talking about and whatnot. But the bone that I have to pick is that before Shani and Jason met personally, they were just kind of friends over YouTube, right? It would be just like anyone else that if I did happen to reach out to and talk to. The only people that I've had like any sort of brief anything with was Duty Streams whenever his whole spill with Darkside Phil and Keen was happening. But the bone that I have to pick with Shani is, in all honesty, is just the fact that she was friends with Jason for just over YouTube for the longest time. And then at some point or another, whether it be through Jason's own word or through the grapevine, I'm not entirely sure which one that is, but she had figured out at some point that Jason ended up inheriting quite a bit of money, and I think it came from, I want to say it came from his dad's death, and that's not, me saying one thing or another about that, but he inherited a lot of money, and he will, if he's got, and if he's, of course, worth his weight in salt, he would admit to that, which I don't see why he wouldn't. But and he's also said this to Shani a couple of times whenever they've had fights, which I can very easily go and find the videos. But Shani knew somehow one way or the other that Jason had a lot of money. She ended up going and seeing him, and they did eventually kind of hit off a relationship, and needless to say, the money that Jason had faded away very quickly, and that by no other person's fault was, of course, Jason's, but it was influenced by Shani. Now, that's where the bone that I have to pick with her kind of begins and ends, is with that. Obviously, especially with the stuff that you hear Jason go on about, especially whenever they're having their fights, he brings that up all the time. You liked me for my money was the thing that you loved, and then now you don't care for me. That's been said over and over and over and over again. But that's where my bone for her kind of begins and ends. Other than, there are a couple of other things that I could easily bring up. That's the main point. There's a couple of other things that I could bring up. First of all, whenever she was in the Great Debate community, she would try to use her own mental health and her own emotional health as sort of a cudgel to beat you over the head with. Whenever you would bring up anything that she had any sort of problem with, religion or otherwise, it was always some sort of emotional or mental crutch that she would bring up, and if you didn't acknowledge it, then hit you over the head with it until you either drop the point or run off stream crying, which she did do quite a bit back in the day. Now, like I said, I think they're more or less out of that community now. They're doing their own thing, and hey, more power to you. You go and do whatever it is you want to do. But it doesn't change the fact of the shit you've done, and it doesn't change who people perceive you to be and who you are. If you're kind of an asshole, you're kind of an asshole. There's no point in acting like that's not the case. If it's the case, own it, I mean, I'm an asshole, and I will gladly admit that I am. I'm a dick, but at least I admit it, and I only do it to the people that deserve it. I don't really just outright be like, you're an asshole, and that's where it begins and ends. I make sure that my contentions are fair and are warranted, not just, I felt like saying it one day, or felt like being that way one day, you know what I mean? But, it is what it is, at least at this point. But, I don't know. Like I said, if the whole mukbang thing is your thing, more power to you. I personally find it just gross. I can't get into it, and I would never get into it just because of the fact that it's gross to me. Like, I just can't handle the constant. It drives me up a fucking wall, and it also is just it just ends up being gross to me. Oh God. Oh man. Shani and Jason and Shani. What will we do with a drunken sailor? But one other thing that we will cover during this stream, and this also goes back once more to the drama sphere, as it were, what's been going on in the YouTube sphere, and also within the drama sphere itself, whether that be Twitter or otherwise. Old Duty Streams, the person that I've actually spoken to a little bit on Twitter. I haven't had like any DMs with him or anything, but we have spoken to a degree, at the very least. He has been having his streams and his videos demonetized. Now, the reason why that's happening, at least in my opinion and in plenty of others, is because old Kimi Keemstar had a disagreement, we'll say, with Duty. And the disagreement that he had essentially was, you take raw footage from other people's channels and you upload it to your own and you add nothing to it, therefore you are in violation of the partner program and you're in violation of YouTube's TOS and blah 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 blah. That whole 9 yards of bullshit. And the thing is that even if we say that that's true, that he's in violation of whatever the partner program or the YouTube ad program or whatever, even if he is in violation of that, because the fact of the little bit that he does add is still considered transformative. He still changes something about it. Just changing any tiny bit of thing about it is considered transformative. If I were to take a raw clip from Dark Cybernalian and I put it on my YouTube channel, and the only thing that I added to it was an intro and an overlay, like let's say it's an intro of a dancing chicken. And over the dancing chicken, I put the Con Productions presents, and then after that, it's this overlay that you're looking at right now with just the SP playing in the center, and the dancing chicken over in the upper right hand corner where I am. If it was that, then that's still transformative. That added something additional to the material that's being used. That has been proven over and over and over again in federal court. You can't really fight that. Sorry. Anyways, we are going to watch this clip here. This comes from the Kino Boys clip channel. This is Keemstar versus Duty. Let's go ahead and live react to this because I don't think we didn't cover this.
Okay,
shit.
okay, but you're still going out posting shit on Twitter.
You know what? I'm not going to do that just because if I have PPP and Andy there constantly stopping and talking, we're never going to get through it. That's one of the main reasons why it's 58 minutes long. It's going to be 2 hours and 58 minutes if I start covering that. So let's just look up this. And here's the thing: Duty, like I said, is currently been getting demonetized, and Keemstar himself, essentially, quite essentially threatens him and basically says, hey, if I take you to YouTube, if I take you to my friends at YouTube, you're going to get demonetized and your channel might get deleted because of what you're doing. And quite frankly, it's some shit, but you know. Let's see here. Well, we watched it. I think I watched it the other day. But, man, I'm getting stuff from all the way back a year ago, really. That's something. There we go. Streamed 2 days ago. Alright, so this is straight from the Podcast of Duty streams. I'm just going to have to actually find the exact moment. So, while I do that, I will very quickly do this. Okay, so we're back, and I can't find the exact timestamp, so we're just gonna kind of ease through this as best we can, and we're gonna find it ourselves. Why has my background died? Why have you died, background? Oh well, it'll pop up here in a second, I reckon. Good old everything just having a shit fit all of a sudden.
Oh, and it's all good. I mean, I know what Keem is doing here, and whatever. It's cool. I understand that. You know, I understand the game.
I'm
and
actually
I'm
trying to help you. I'm actually trying to help you, but I have to beat you up before I can help you to understand that you're wrong.
That's perfectly fine, and I understand the game, and I'm good with it.
That's such a weird thing. I have to beat you up a little bit first before I can help you. That's such an old way of doing shit on YouTube. Like I reckon that's never really changed, especially given what we just heard. But
the only thing I'm asking, Keem, is if
This is
Phil,
not about the game. This is not
It is about the game, Phil. Come on, because you don't even acknowledge my existence. You don't even acknowledge my existence until you decide one day before that you're going to meet with DS. You're going on DSP's.
One day before.
Yeah, I also pointed that out. I pointed that out to him on Twitter. I also pointed that out to him on YouTube, that I think that the whole DSP Keemstar thing, whenever they finally planned for that to happen, DSP was going in very hard on poor Duty here. And while he was going in hard on Duty, he kept... I think it was not just him, but I think it was like most of the people in his community were starting to point things out to Keemstar himself. And Keemstar eventually started essentially attacking Duty as well. And he already didn't like Duty to begin with, because during the leaked Discord meeting that he had with his members, he was talking about how Duty Streams is a piece of shit because he took 15 minutes of unedited footage from Lolcow Live and put it on his channel. But then whenever Duty reached out to him after hearing that and was like, hey, if you have a problem with that, I can take it down, and anytime that I talk about Lolcow Live, it'll be with commentary. And they kind of came to an agreement, which you will hear here. You'll hear here. But yeah, you'll hear that fact here as well.
It's on
or
Wednesday.
whenever.
Today's Monday.
2 days.
Do you even
there you
know the
go.
calendar?
No,
today?
yeah, 2 days. Come on, yeah.
Get it
Next,
together.
you're going to be talking about my grammar.
Listen,
Get
the reason why I'm calling in is because I just watched this content from you, and I was like, this guy is saying all this stuff with his chest out, and he thinks he's so right, and he's so incredibly wrong. I'm gonna call in and educate.
I disagree. I completely disagree.
And you don't, because you won't let me do the YouTube review.
Hold on. The problem too is that if
You don't disagree with me.
Keem, hold on, Keem, hold on.
He's a mind reader now. You don't disagree with me.
If Phil were to channel strike me, listen to me. If Phil were to channel strike me,
yeah,
and he were to take me to court, right?
Yeah.
This would be the first clip that I would play. I would say, well, he gave me permission to play, to use this content in any form. He's never revoked that. That's what I'm going to say, right, Keem? And in the quarter...
As of now, I do believe that has changed. DSP, I do believe his final word about the Dudinator here was, you no longer have permission to clip his shit. Although, I do believe that once again changed, not even like 24 hours afterwards, while he was celebrating the coins falling from the sky and being like, everybody clip this, I don't care, clip whatever you want, or whatever the hell it was. I could be wrong about that, but
Okay, I understand that. I understand your point. You don't have to just say the same thing over and over again.
Well, at least acknowledge it. You keep saying that what I'm talking is wrong.
Okay, let me respond. You talk over every time I try to talk.
Yes,
all right?
I do.
So, You just did it again. So look, if DSP comes out and says stop clipping me or whatever, I don't care. That's not why I called in. All right, I'm calling in to let you know that you are in violation on so many different levels. YouTube partnership, terms of service. I don't want to go through it again.
Okay.
You are in the wrong here.
That's
Okay.
it's just such a weird stick to
I
hold
will
over his
continue
head.
doing my content and giving
He's gonna
my
beat him
opinion
over
on,
beat him over the
on
head
this,
with it.
and that's not going to
And
change.
that's fine.
And
You're
if Phil,
supposed to give your opinion.
if Phil wants me to no longer clip his content the way I do, like long clips, and he wants me to provide commentary, then he needs to say that. If he comes out and says
Yeah.
that, cool. I will stop clipping him in the format that I'm doing, and will provide commentary.
Someone in chat said my ego's too big. Yeah, maybe.
Stop
but this is
reading.
not about ego.
Stop reading
This
the
is not
chat,
about
Keem.
ego. Wait, let me respond. Why do you interrupt me?
Because
every
who
time?
gives a fuck? Why are you reading?
Every
Why are you
single
reading a
time.
fucking nobody?
This is not about ego. This is just I know the facts. Like I am very well educated in this space. All right,
Yes,
I've been
you
doing this
are.
for 15 years, and I know that you're in the wrong, and someone needs to tell you that you're wrong. And when I challenge you to, okay, let's have YouTube review it. No, we don't have to do that. And you're still like coping about it. Just admit
Coping.
that a 35 minutes of uninterrupted clip is stealing. Just admit that and don't do it anymore. Keep the clips down to 5 minutes, man.
Okay.
I have a very, very big pet peeve now. Very big pet peeve over cope, seethe, and felted. Those 3 different words used in the internet context infuriate me now, just because of the fact that they're used so often. And I understand. I'm on the internet. I'm in the internet sphere. I have to go with the internet lingo. I already understand that. But at the same time, they're used so often against so many people for so many reasons that by the time that you go and even try to figure out what the actual meaning behind each of these words are, they're basically irrelevant. I know cope is quite literally just the way of saying, oh, you're trying to suck it up, you're trying to justify what you're doing. It's a justification. That's what coping is. Seething, of course, means you're angry, oh my god, they're making money, or whatever it is. And then felted, of course, has been made big, quote unquote, because of the fact that the Keno guys, the Keno Casino guys, say it all the time. DSP being friends of theirs now, he says it every single stream, multiple times about many different people. And you know, Mr. I'm not going to talk about my detractors. I'm not interested in drama. That's the first thing that he does is talk about his detractors. And he's like, hey guys, fill the king's coffers in order to felt the detractors. It's so stupid. Like, I get it, he's leaning into the meme and whatever, and that's honestly what you need to do in order to get anywhere in this fucking internet game. But at the same time, it's like the rules of the game are just so infuriating, I guess, is the whole point.
Even though you get permission to do it? Even though you've gotten permission to do it? I'm just asking. If you got
Maybe
permission
he
to
gave
do
you-
it...
Okay, well, let me
We
respond
gave
to that.
everybody
Maybe
that.
he did give you permission, but recently I'm seeing him mad at you and talking shit about you, right?
And still saying what I'm doing, he doesn't give a shit, is perfectly fine. He said this himself. He's come out and actually said this.
Well,
I'm
why
not
don't you just
making
do
this
it to
shit
protect
up.
yourself? Why
That's
don't you do it to
fine.
protect yourself?
That's
You could
perfectly
lose
What the
fine.
all
fuck,
your
bro?
ads on your channel.
That's fine, dude. It's okay. I know the risk I'm running when I put content on YouTube, regardless of what it is, because YouTube can demonetize me for any fucking reason or whatever.
It's true.
That's fine. I'm okay with that, and I understand that that's a risk that I'm doing. I'm putting on my content. No,
I think you like
I
that
do.
check you get every month.
Oh, the check is always nice. Who the fuck's gonna throw money aside? I know you're
Yeah,
not.
so
You
I
don't do
I
low cal for free, do you?
No, but
Okay.
so I don't believe you when you say why do you do this off on a tangent thing that we're not talking about, right? I don't think you would be happy if your channel got demonetized. So stop saying stuff
No.
like, I don't care, because you do. Like, let's be real.
No, it wouldn't be great, but it wouldn't be end of the fucking world. I had a channel before this that got
I didn't say it would
demonetized.
be the end of the world. I didn't say that.
Keith.
Again, you're going off on a tangent instead of directly talking about what I'm talking about.
Would I be upset?
Oh boy.
Yes. Would I be upset for 2 minutes? Yes. I had a previous channel that got demonetized. And what happened? I waited a year later, I created another channel, and I got monetized. It's not the end of the fucking world, Keem.
I didn't say that.
Okay.
Again, I didn't say it was the end of the world.
And I
what
understand
I'm
that.
what I'm saying is, especially now where you have like a lot of attention around you because
Yeah.
of this controversy,
Yes.
why put your channel at risk and still put up these 30-minute uninterrupted clips? Like, what are you doing?
Because I have permission to do it from Darkside Phil. If he no longer wants me to do that, that's a different
Such a
story.
risk. You shouldn't do that. That's such a
Oh,
risk that you shouldn't do that. You're
okay.
clearly in the
So does it just supersede it? Is that what I'm hearing? That if someone else on the same platform gives you permission to basically take their content and do whatever you want with it, that is superseded because what the ad revenue or the ad program or the partner program or whatever says you can't. The TOS says you can't. So in that instance, because of the fact that Mr. Medicare, for example, says that anybody can take anything that he's made or is a part of or whatever, and they can put it up on their own channel. He doesn't give a shit if they make money off of it. It is what it is. He doesn't care. You know, because of the fact that he said that, that would be superseded by the fact that the TOS says you can't do that. That's basically what I'm hearing here. So I don't get. That would be about the same as like taking. Now this is a name that hasn't been said in a while. That'd be like taking like Kid Hovind's old weird science, quote unquote science lectures that he said they're not copyrighted. You can take them, you can spread them around, you can re-upload them, whatever, and he's perfectly fine with it. So that would be, because that permission is literally out there, he said it, you can find it, you can clip it, whatever, and you can bring it back to say, yeah, he did indeed say this and gave permission. That would be completely superseded by the fact that the TOS and the partner ad program, whatever, says otherwise. I don't know if that's true or not. I know what the actual legal system says, but if somehow your ad revenue is destroyed because that particular thing supersedes what you're doing, then that seems weird to me. Why would YouTube's TOS and its I guess its ad revenue rules supersede what the federal government says? I don't know. That seems like a reach to me, but I don't know.
Wrong, and you obviously have the capability to do commentary.
Yes.
And break those clips up into 5-minute segments.
Yes.
You have the ability to do these live streams. You have so much ability to do this.
Yes.
Instead, you're fighting for the right to upload 30-minute unedited clips. Like, that's insane to me. So you heard it from me.
This is another thing that is very, I don't know, pet peeve, irritating about Keemstar, is that he somehow believes that everybody lives in the same mind as he does. Like, this whole clip thing is basically become a meme in and of itself, because that's one of the first things that he started going off on Nicholas Diorio about. Whenever it came to clips and stuff. Oh, everybody who is on Twitter or YouTube knows that a clip is 3 to 5 minutes long. No, not everybody knows that. And even Nicholas Diorio said, no, not everybody knows that. You should be more specific on what you consider a clip to be. It's honestly just a personal opinion at that point. You can think that that's what it is, but in all honesty, what you think it is isn't what Joe Blow down the road thinks what it is. And if they're not, everybody's told what you mean whenever you say certain words, they're not going to know what you mean. especially if they're not terminally online, which a lot of people suffer from. I think I'm probably starting to suffer from it too. I really need to let up on what the fuck I'm doing.
You have the best advice from the best person in this space that knows all this stuff. Either ignore me or take my fucking advice.
Okay. Again, like I said, I'm more than willing to take your advice. Now, matter of fact, DSP is in here. You want to bring DSP in and maybe we can have a conversation and he can tell me what I can and can't do? I'm more than happy to have that conversation right now because we'll have it recorded and then we can proceed moving forward.
DSP, I would tell him that he has to, like, literally follow what every other commentator does. No fucking 30-minute uninterrupted clips.
Hold on.
That is stealing.
If
That's what I would...
You know what? I feel like I'm just going to be beating a dead horse, so I'm just going to move on.
Tell him.
Again, he's in my stream. I'm saying, Phil, would you like to come on? I will be civil. I will be nice and civil to DSP. If you would like to come on, Phil, let me know.
I'm not a jerk. I'm not a jerk, and
you're
I'm not
a
being
jerk.
a jerk.
You're not. I don't think you're a jerk. I think you're a good guy. I always say how
I'm responding to the chat.
Why are you responding to the chat?
So infuriated listening to you argue these points through these series of videos I watched on your channel when I know for a fact you're clearly in the wrong, and that's what inspired me to call in. It's not to leading up to the DSP Keemstar level 1. It's nothing to do with that.
Okay.
Sure it isn't.
If you say so.
Yeah. So here's the thing, and like I said, the whole DSP Keem crossover that happened today proved that point right there that he just said is obviously what it was. The entire time that they had their little talk, it was quite literally just a constant back and forth ego stroking session between the two of them. That's all it was. There wasn't anything that anybody could have ever thought would have happened. It was just quite literally a, hi, I'm Phil. Oh, hi, I'm Keem. Oh, hi, Phil. I'm Phil. I would like to say to you, Keem, that I'm sorry for the initial feeling of each other and when I started our whole feud and rivalry. Even though it's not really a feud or a rivalry, I just started the whole dislike between us, and I apologize. And then Keem's like, yes, so I accept your apology. I'm sorry for what I said, and I'm not a hater of you. And then it was just a back and forth fluff session, and then they brought up Duty a couple of times, and of course it was Phil who brought up Duty first, and then from there it just became a little bit of a, yeah, no, I agree. We both hate Duty, and I'm probably responsible for what it was for him getting some of his shit demonetized. And it was just kind of an obvious little prod. It was an obvious poke to make him feel bad over that. It was an obvious thing. You can't say it was anything else.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Bro, I can go live anywhere and get views. How many views have you jumped up
dude,
because I'm here right now?
I don't
need these little games, bro.
And I appreciate it. And again, Keem, you make it seem like I go behind the scenes and I talk trash about you and I dunk on you. I never do that. I always actually say how I appreciate your hustle. I appreciate your hustle. Your content is good. You've never heard me say anything bad about you. Not at all. I just personally don't like. I just
off on another tangent. I didn't say that, but okay.
No, but I have an issue sometimes when I try to have when you say stuff that's not correct, like the whole clip, and I don't want to regurgitate this and say why are you back on that tangent, but I was going to say the issue we had previously between me and you, and we resolved it, and you still continuously bring it up like I'm still doing it to your channel.
I like that you cover Locale Live.
I'm not doing Locale. I'm not doing Locale.
I don't care what your opinion is. I like that you cover my podcast. Just don't steal. Like, you uploaded 30 minutes uninterrupted of my show. That's stealing.
Once. And what did I do when you called me out on it? I called you like a man. We had a conversation. I even apologized. I said, Keem, my bad. I won't do it again. and even ask you again what's acceptable. And you told me what was acceptable. I did that, and then you trashed me again. And then I finally said, okay, so just commentary. You said yes. I post 2 videos with commentary, and you're still talking shit about me. You're still saying, I'm going to contact my lawyers looking into your channel. And I'm saying, what the fuck are you talking about? Are you even looking at my content? Or are you bored and you just want to DM me and harass me? That's the shit that I'm...
Oh, and last thing that I will say whenever it comes into regards to Locale Live, that last video that I made where I was talking about how it's just kind of, it's obviously boring and fake, I stick to that. I don't think there's anything that you could do to try to have me feel otherwise about that. Everything that they have done since that point, sure, they bring in a consistent, the same consistent amount of viewers, and that's totally fine. You know, they're successful in their own way, and that's good. Good on them. I don't begrudge anybody ever making money whenever it comes to videos or the internet or whatever. Do what you want, make what you want, more power to you. However, I will reserve the right to have my opinion on the shit that you make, and in my opinion, whenever it comes down to Boogie and Wings going to various places to try to make Trump supporters get upset, or if it's them going grocery shopping, or if it's Boogie picking up trash on the side of the road, maybe in some way some people think that that's funny and that's awesome, but in my opinion, it's just boring. It's played out, it's boring, the outrages are obviously faked, the stuff that they argue about on the show was obviously talked about behind the scenes before they even decide to go public with it. And frankly, ever since the peak, the high point of that channel where they were uncovering Boogie's lies about cancer and everything, I don't think that there's really anything else that they could do that would make anybody want to tune in. Now, with that in mind, this also refers back to Locale Live and to the conversation that Keem and DSP had today. Because of the double ego stroke session that was going on there, it became pretty obvious that the main reason why he even decided to go on to the Level 1 podcast or whatever and talk to Phil is because he wanted to try to rebuild that bridge that both he and DSP kind of mutually destroyed whenever it came to DSP possibly going on Locale Live. Now, I don't know if old Philly cheesesteak will do it. I think if given enough, now that he's actually in good terms with some people, I think if he were to go to Keno and they were to tell him, hey, yeah, that's a brilliant idea, go on Locale, I think that he probably would end up doing it. I don't think it would be a very smart idea, but I think that he probably would, especially if he was given some sort of paycheck to either be there or paycheck to that would accumulate from however many donations and whatnot that they get on the stream. Which, if he's a smart businessman, that's exactly what he'd do. He would get something. He'd try to go for both if he could, but otherwise he would just try to get a percentage out of whatever it is that they get from him being there. But what do I know, right?
Saying
the last time I tweeted at you and said the lawyers are looking into your channel, I don't even remember the context of that.
Of course you
honest.
don't.
So
of course you don't.
I don't know what you did that time, but
nothing.
I think you took down the video.
No, I did nothing. I posted a commentary video of your Locale thing. I got 30,000 views. I got 30,000 views on it, and you got butthurt. You started DMing me saying that I'm stealing your content. I'm stealing your content, and that I stole your content, and that that I didn't do any commentary. Stop, Keem, stop. Okay, stop.
Well, dude,
I've been a
come
jerk.
on. If you were a content creator, you would speak clearly without all the uhs.
Stop being a jerk. You know,
That is troll bait right there. That's exactly what that is. If you were a content creator, you wouldn't have all those and uhs and pauses. It's troll bait. Duty unfortunately kind of fell for that, but that's all that was. It was troll bait. He was wanting him to get butthurt over that comment.
I'm getting super chats here, and I'm talking with you, and it's a bit much. I usually don't do this kind of style. Stop, Kim. Stop being a jerk, okay? I'm trying to be civil with you, and I'm trying to have a conversation with you. My problem with you sometimes...
Is DSP
I don't know. I'm
coming in?
waiting for him to come in. Is it coming in?
You are someone woo.
Let me see if he's...
I need that money.
It's not about defending DSP, chat. It really isn't. I swear. It's more about, like, I'm watching you do this, and you're the same person that did it to my show, and you're in the wrong on so many levels.
Again, it's the same exact situation, though. You give me permission to do something, I do it. You don't like that, I contact you, we have a conversation.
On Locale Live,
yes,
you are able to clip the show all you want, but most people understand that a clip is like 5 minutes or less. And really what a clip truly is roughly about a minute. The average clip that you see on Twitter, on X, on Instagram, on TikTok is roughly about a minute long.
That lets you know that Keem himself, and this is of course not a shot at him because the dude's way more successful than I am whenever it comes to it, but he's obviously chronically on social media. The fact that he can tell you exactly what the clips are in length for every one of those social medias kind of lets you know that he's always, and he even does it during Locale all the time. He's always on his phone. He's always looking at his phone. He's just chronically online. He's obsessed. He's absolutely obsessed with being online, just like what Tommy C said about him. The dude is 100% obsessed with what people think. He's obsessed with what Twitter thinks, especially Twitter. And he's obsessed with what people say on Instagram, although I don't know what he puts on Instagram, but knowing how that site is, I wouldn't be surprised if it has absolutely nothing to do with him than more than it does if he's posting like shit with his wife. Then, it is what it is. But that's just my opinion. And especially, it kind of follows suit, especially with what goes on Instagram. So, believe me, don't believe me, I don't care on that one, but...
long.
Yeah.
5 minutes is because if you break up this 5 minute clip, you're going to lose the context, so it has to be that long, right? Anything longer than that, it's stealing. And everybody knows it. They can spam L Keem all they want in that fucking chat.
Why are you acknowledging chat?
Every single content creator on the planet would agree with me.
Alright, hold on. I'm trying to see if Phil...
With every single content creator would agree with him.
Going to hop on for...
That's obviously a very hard egotistical thing. Every content creator on the planet would agree with me. Yeah. That's about like me saying every single person on Twitter and YouTube itself would agree with me whenever I say you're full of fucking shit. They probably don't, but if you can say shit, I can say shit, so.
Or a combo.
And furthermore, YouTube would agree with me. If YouTube did a review on this channel, you would most likely lose your ads.
Okay.
They would say this is not original content. This is re-uploads from another content creator, and they would just demonetize your channel.
That right there was the veil threat. That was the veil threat right there. And that's exactly what happened, and that's why Duty, as of right now, is being demonetized. Is because of that veil threat right there. He made a video talking about the whole, reviewing the whole Duty versus him thing. It ended up getting knocked down for bullying. He put in a review, and he thanks because of that YouTube is not only looking into the review on him, the bullying review, but also, or the bullying accusation, but also the whole thing that has to do around Duty's stuff. And that he's getting demonetized because of that. I have a little bit of a different opinion. I personally think that the only reason that that's happening is not just probably has something to do with that, but I think it also, because how Keem is he doesn't just attack one point and stay on that point. If he's got multiple points of attack, he will do. If he's got 3 points of attack, he'll attack all 3 points one after the other. So what I think happened there was it got flagged down for bullying. He probably thought in his mind, oh shit, Duty probably flagged it, or someone who is friends with or likes Duty flagged it. So he went and appealed it, and he not only did he appeal it, but he probably called his contact at YouTube, which he does have one. He's got, I know Drama Alert has like well over has to have well over 1 million subs, if even if it doesn't now. He's had over 1 million subs at some point, so he has a contact at YouTube. Don't let him fool you. Although I don't think that he would disagree with that. I'm fairly sure that he would agree that he does. Anyways, I think that he did end up calling YouTube, and he did say, hey, it wasn't bullying, you all should look into it. Also, not only should you look into it, I think you should also look into the guy that you are accusing. I'm being accused of bullying in the video, because that guy just straight re-uploads clips, and that's stealing content, and according to your own TOS, you can't do that. Also, he should probably be kicked out of the partner program because of that, because it does break your partner program rules. That's what I think happened within that particular phone call. I don't think it was just, hey, look into this. It wasn't bullying, I swear it wasn't. And then he left it at that. No, I think it was, oh, it was a bullying. Also, look into this guy. Also, he breaks terms of service, and he has also broken the monetization rule for your website. You should probably shut him down. Okay, bye. That's what I think happened.
I really do. I need that money to pay my bills.
Hold on. I still haven't heard from DSP. He's not. I don't guess he's not willing to come on.
All right, well, that's my take.
Okay.
And,
and I appreciate you come on, brother. I appreciate you come on. Okay, so wait a minute. Before we hang up, I'm not gonna try to be a dead horse here. So, me and you are good as a rate to locale, right? As you can see, I'm not clipping your shit, and I'm not even really doing any commentary videos on you. So we're good there, right? I'm not gonna get any more bullshit bullshit tweets about me stealing your content, right?
Subscribe, donate, or get the fuck
I mean,
out.
again, I don't know why I have to say it again, but like a clip is like 5 minutes if it has to be 5 minutes. A normal clip is like a minute long.
Yeah.
You play the clip, you react to the clip, then maybe you play another clip, you react to the clip. You know, everyone understands what commentary is. Everyone.
Oh,
everybody in this chat understands what a commentary video is. What you're doing is not commentary.
All right, who? Someone unmute or bring back DSP. I don't know why anyone muted him. No one gets muted in my channel, so someone can do me a favor.
Well, DSP, we have DMs because we're setting up this thing. Just DM me right now, and I'll find out if he wants to come on or not.
Yep, you hear that,
DM me on,
Phil?
DSP, DM me on Twitter if you want to come on, and I will personally drag you in. If not, just say no, you're not coming on. It's literally that simple. Because I'll stay to hear what he has to say, but
yeah, I got 30 minutes, so hopefully he can jump on.
I need that money. I really do. I need that money to pay my bills.
Tell Keem that
anyway.
Tonight's locale live by using Phil's image might upset Phil and
okay,
sabotage
so
Wednesday's convo.
So when it comes to me and you, we're good. I'm not clipping your stuff or whatever. I'm not even doing commentary because I don't feel like doing.
Keep saying that. I called you because I watched these videos and you were wrong.
Yes. No, I know that's fine. We're waiting to get DSP so we can have a conversation.
Clips that are like 15.
Hearing that makes me wonder. Does Keemstar just have the same issue that literally every lolcow does? Does he like live in his own bubble and that's the only thing he really thinks of? Oh, well, in my mind, this is over, this is done with, we're over it, so therefore it should be done with in your mind. Maybe it's not. I mean, is that a terrible thing that it's not? I don't know, it just seems really weird to me. But, you know, it is what it is. I'm not going to really focus on that too hard because I don't want to get a migraine trying to be in that same mental bubble. But that's what I think that is. I think that's like hardcore, just low-cal narcissism bleeding through.
That's what we're
30
doing
minutes.
here.
So why is that okay, but what duty does isn't?
Oh, I'm not sure what. Yeah,
He's
I'm
not
not sure.
DMing me, so I don't think he had any
We want
intentions of coming
DSP.
on.
Okay.
King of Death
Well,
and
you
his
know,
own
That was probably a fake
casino on
DSP, to be
Fleet.
honest.
No, it's him. I checked his
King,
channel.
You laid down with LOL cows
Okay.
and became a low cow.
I'll
Tears
tell
of
you
joy,
what. I'll
tears
wait
of
another
joy,
5
tears
minutes.
of joy.
Okay, perfectly fine. All right, so let's just hash this out. So, yeah, no, I'm not doing anything more. I'm not doing
Okay.
anything more.
All right, nah, I'm going to call it good on that because, like I said, it ended up just being a thing of them going back and forth on that. Jesus. But that is basically the wrap up for this stream. I didn't really plan to go nearly 3 hours, but I did. But that's cool. I appreciate all of you who come in and watch this shit with me and enjoy just being here. I don't know. I think for future streams I should probably like have some kind of more interactive stuff, especially for people who come by. I don't know exactly how I'll do that. Might like put up some polls or something. But I do appreciate anybody and everybody who comes around and sees this, whether it be during or after. And I appreciate you all so much. If you have anything that you would like me to talk about, do feel free to send it to me either through YouTube. You can find me. You can also find me on Twitter or Twitch. Any of those, you can send me stuff, and I will gladly talk about if you are interested in hearing me talk about it. Otherwise, rest of this week is off. I don't plan on... This was kind of a surprise stream, so I don't really plan on doing anything else unless something comes up. I do know that whenever the documentary drops from June the King, I will definitely be watching that, and I'll definitely be reacting to it, hopefully live as it's happening. So if any of you are interested in watching that with me, that's what will be going on. Otherwise, next stream, I will, unless I have something else to talk about, I will probably be doing some, probably be doing some more RTS. I'm going to see if I can get Supreme Commander Forged Alliance working on the stream, and if it works out as good as Lord of the Rings did or any of the others, then we will definitely be doing that. Otherwise, I appreciate all of you coming by. It's always fun and great to have you all around. Well, until next time, I hope you all have a great rest of your wonderful Wednesday, and I hope you have a terrific Thursday or a totally tubular Thursday. There's already terrific Tuesday, so I hope you have a totally tubular Thursday, and I will see you all on Marvelous Monday, which I do believe is the 2nd. Yes, it is. So if I don't see you sooner, I'll see you on the 2nd. Until next time, it's great to see you all. Have fun, and bye-bye.